Before we begin, I want to apologise for how inactive I've been with videos lately. I've been busy with a lot of real life stuff, and to be honest, I've also been procrastinating a bit. I'll try to make up for it with more videos that I'll try not to rush. Anyway, today's video is about all the new announcements, launches and stuff related to the automotive industry that happened in May of this year. This is Autophil, and I hope you enjoy this video. To begin, I thought that it would be interesting to talk about a supercar first, the new Ferrari Luce to be specific. This new long-awaited model marks Ferrari's first step into new territory, that being the electric car market, with the Luce being the Italian car maker's first EV. With a quad-motor powertrain, Ferrari states that the Luce will generate a peak output of 1035 horsepower, and despite its 4-motor 4-wheel drive layout, more power is given to the rear axle, allowing for a rear-wheel drive feel. The Luce's alleged top speed is 193 miles an hour, and not only that, the new supercar can apparently accelerate from 0 to 62 in just 2.5 seconds. Even with these figures, the design of Ferrari's first ever EV has been the subject of controversy, with many people saying that the Luce looks like Apple's cancelled car. I see what they mean, but I personally think that the Luce doesn't look too bad. Sure, it may look soulless for a Ferrari, but not every new Ferrari is going to look as good as the F430 or something. Moving on, another major new reveal from May has to be Lancia's first all-new model in years, maybe even decades at this point, and I'm talking about the new Gamma. Not to be confused with the Gamma Coupe from the 1970s, the new Gamma is a new crossover that, unlike its relatives from other Stellantis brands, is made to be luxurious and aesthetically striking. However, like the other crossovers from Stellantis, such as the Peugeot 3008 and Citroën C5 Aircross, the Lancia Gamma will be powered by all sorts of hybrid and pure electric powertrains, with the base model being powered by a hybrid powertrain featuring a turbocharged 1.2 litre engine. Outside of that, we also know that the EV versions will offer up to about 460 miles of range, and there will also be a 370 horsepower all-wheel drive version. The new Lancia Gamma is set for a launch this autumn, so you won't have to wait long for Lancia's new car. Next up, we have a rather surprising new announcement. At this year's Stellantis Investor Day, Fiat decided to show off an all-new model called the Grizzly. It will be available in two versions, a standard SUV and a sporty coupe SUV. Right off the bat, you can tell that the design was inspired by the new Grande Panda, with those retro-esque lights on the front. When it comes to powertrain options, the Grizzly will be available with either just a 1.2 litre 3-cylinder engine, while hybrid options will pair the small unit with a 44 or 54 kWh battery. These should allow for a range of between 180 and 250 miles of range, which is decent enough for a small SUV like the Grizzly. Deliveries are expected to begin late this year, getting on with the next new model, that being the fancy new Mercedes-AMG GT 4-door coupe. Yikes, what a long name. The new GT may look like it has a V8 under the bonnet, and even sounds like it has a V8, but it is in fact an EV powered by 3 electric motors, 1 on the front axle and 2 on the rear. Together they provide the GT with over 1100 horsepower, making it even more powerful than the AMG 1 hypercar. The speed of its acceleration from 0 to 62 of 2.4 seconds makes the AMG GT even better, and it most definitely makes up for the lack of a V8. And sure, this may sound like what Dodge did with the electric Charger Daytona, with the fake engine sounds and stuff, but believe me, I reckon that the new AMG GT will exceed people's expectations. I already think that this new supercar, if you can call it that, looks absolutely gorgeous. I genuinely think that the new AMG GT is the best looking car of this year so far. Then again, I'm sort of biased for fastbacks like this one, but man, this car is absolutely beautiful. But that's enough of my yapping about how much I love the new Mercedes. What's more important is that the model is set to launch sometime next year, so people awaiting its release will have to wait a bit more time. In the meantime, we can talk about Škoda's new crossover SUV, the electric Epiq. It is Škoda's first all-new model to feature the design language introduced with the Vision 7S concept in 2022, which also inspired the Epiq's whole design. The Epiq, as I said before, is all-electric and will be powered by a battery providing around 272 miles of range on a single charge and an electric motor giving the small SUV a little over 200 horsepower. With all that said, the Epiq is set to launch in the UK as early as July this year, with the model's European launch following not long after. Now moving on, a video about new cars wouldn't be complete without the mention of any Chinese manufacturers, and therefore I thought it would be interesting to talk a bit about BYD's upcoming 4x4, the Ti7. This off-roader will be powered by a plug-in hybrid powertrain, and appears to be aimed at people who would usually buy a Land Rover Defender thanks to its design. The aforementioned plug-in hybrid layout the Ti7 is set to use will make use of BYD's new DMP technology, which combines two electric motors with an internal combustion engine that can not only charge the battery during driving, but also power the wheels directly at high speeds, while also allowing for all-wheel drive and high performance. We don't know any specific power figures for the Ti7 just yet, but you know that the Chinese 4x4 will have a 0 to 62 time of just around 4 seconds, meaning that it will definitely be a somewhat powerful car. The Ti7 isn't BYD's only new model, as the Chinese car maker has also shown off a new variation of the Dolphin city car called the Dolphin G. Unlike the regular Dolphin, this model is slightly larger, notably better looking, and a plug-in hybrid. It is also specifically catered to the European market, so it will target models like the Renault Clio and Toyota Yaris. Like BYD's other hybrid vehicles, the Dolphin G will utilize the company's DMI system, which, unlike the aforementioned DMP system, uses two electric motors and an internal combustion engine for fuel economy and maximum efficiency, not for high performance. Not only that, but the Dolphin G is apparently going to have a combined range of 1,000 kilometers, so it will definitely be a potent rival for other European hybrids in the B segment. And that's all there is to the month of May, an overall interesting month for new car reviews, and I'll definitely be excited to see what comes this month. With that said, this is Autophil, see you later.